So it actually brings me back to this question that what does God usually withdraw first when ambition begins to dominate?
What does God withdraw first?
Yeah, when ambition begins to dominate.
Well, sometimes, from my own perception now, I can tell you that when ambition begins to overrule God's plan on the earth, God can call you home. God can take your life.
Wow.
God can take your life. I've seen people who suddenly die, doing well, and the world is celebrating them.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they are cut off. And then you are wondering,
what happened?
With all that he's doing,
yes,
with all the problem he's solving, and maybe the person goes to church, maybe the person is a pastor, and he's doing wonderful things. So now, why should God allow this? Why should God allow this? Maybe God didn't call you. Maybe God didn't call you. Maybe God just told you. Maybe God just told you. Come and look back to somewhere. Because this is not a lamp. Because the reason why people deviate from God has placed is because they want money. It has become somehow even now it is reward that drives. What am I going to get? That's what drives it. And that's what drives it. And then for the devil to be able to get contrary to what God has contrary to what God has done, or in the mind of the people, to shape their mind, make them see things from his own perspective. The moment you see things from the devil's perspective, and that's exactly what he did with this is what God said. This is what God said. And so question what God said. And then the moment he gives you a new perspective on what God said, not outside what God said, but he makes you see what God said from a self point of view.